Alrighty, everybody, welcome to a late night legacy bash. We're going to try out Esper Doomsday for shits and giggles. This is a variation of the Esper list that I was playing in my debut onto YouTube, mixed with some of Wonder Pro's recent work. I'm not going to say much about the deck right now. I'm just going to play some matches and we'll see what happens, and perhaps I'll discuss the list tomorrow. But I think that Teferi might solve a lot of problems that Doomsday might have right now. Consigned to Memory, Endurance, Disruptor Flute, Orcish Bowmasters. It can, if this thing's out, your route to victory is usually pretty clear. The only issue is it costs 3 mana, of course. But in this build, we're going to be playing the Tamiyos instead of the personal tutors. We've only got 1 days because we are trying to build up our mana to get to our cards like Teferi, Quantum Riddler, stuff like that. And so we're actually playing 2 main deck Flusterstorms and 2 main deck Thoughtseizes in addition to the 4 Force of Wills. We're rocking a very, very high land count or color blue count here. 23 straight blue cards with 2 more, so 25 blue cards in the deck. Minimal black cards. We have access to Unearth and Consider, which can get around Disruptor Flutes that don't name Doomsdays. But we've also got, Teferis as our answers to Disruptor Flutes, and then also Prismatic Endings. And, I was going to say there's a Vision Charm in the sideboard, but I guess I removed that. I love Vision Charm too much. Kind of think I would like to bring Vision Charm into the mix, but maybe that's silly. We'll try without. I'm going to try with Vision Charm. Let's see here. Looks like our opponent's on the play. Well, this is a turn 2 Doomsday. Got Unearth already in hand, which is kind of cool too. I'll keep this. Hopefully our opponent doesn't jam a Chalice, otherwise. Oh, a lot of cards in our hand don't do much. Yeah, Urza's Tower, huh? Drawing Force of Will here is amazing. I wonder if this is this blue post deck that I've been playing against all day. If it is the blue post deck I've been playing against all day, do I want to hold my Tamiyo? Probably not. I think I want to play my Tamiyo. Just get Underground Sea. We'll cast the Inquisitive Student. And I think I'm just going to hold Forza, not Flusterstorm. Why, you might ask? I don't want my opponent to know that I'm playing Doomsday just yet. I want them to take game actions thinking that I'm playing Reanimator. Okay. Glimmer Post. We'll draw another force. I'll go into the red zone. Should I play my Doomsday? I feel like the answer has to be yes, right? Force of Negation, pitch Lorien revealed. Force of Will, pitch Force of Will. All right. Jesus. Okay, so now the options are quite crazy. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go Thassa's Oracle, Cavern of Souls, Island, Thassa's Oracle, Consider, and I'm going to pass the turn. The blue Cloud Post deck. Fascinating. Disruptor Flute. Yep. Unearth, folks. Coming in handy here. Let's cast Consider. Oracle into the graveyard. Play Island. Cast Unearth. Target Thassa's Oracle. And we'll have Flusterstorm backup. Opponent's probably so pissed right now. You'll love to see it. You fucking love to see it. Oh my god. Oh man. That's a nice that's a nice pile to start off the night, folks. Whew. Okay. Blue Cloud Post, you say? Blue Cloud Post. This deck sometimes plays like Chalice of the Void as well. Like Force of Negations. I don't even know how good they are. You might just want to answer the flutes. They're already in play. Flusterstorm didn't seem bad there. I don't know that I want to go all the way up to 3 Flusters here, though. Tamiyo doesn't strike me as that powerful in this matchup, but I could be wrong about that. I think I am going to cut the Tamiyos. Maybe I'll bring in 1 Force of Negation. Mana value. I guess that days on the draw might honestly not be that good. So we could bring in 1 Tamiyo. We can also play Jace, which is another way to beat Disruptor Flute. I'll bring Jace into the fold, and let's play it like so. Although Jace is pretty bad against all their forces. Yeah, like if this Jace was just a Tamiyo. I'm going to mulligan this hand. This one doesn't seem quite good enough. This one's also not that good. It's just looking for a Doomsday, but we don't play Personal Tutor. We just don't play Personal Tutor. I'm going to go to 5 here. This is, I believe, the best of the hands that we've seen. I think this Jace is just too wishful thinking. Okay, we've got Dark Ritual, which is half of our combo. But it's got a Cloud Post. This Flusterstorm's not going to be very good. This deck is so hard to play against, I feel like. It's got the Thunder Trap trainers. There's the Planar Nexus. They're passing the turn. So they've got access to 3 mana here. They've got Disruptor Flute. There's nothing we can say about that. Yep, Doomsday's the name. Undercity Sewers. Let's bin that. Draw for turn. Is another land. We'll play a land. We'll cast a Brainstorm. Well, let's go like this. Pass. Eye of Ugin. Null Drifter. Okay, so Flusterstorm. What is happening? An evoked Null Drifter. Passing the turn. 6 cards in hand. Let's get an Underground Sea. Ponder. Ponder doesn't seem too bad. Let's cast that. Oh, there's Doomsday plus Force of Will. Shit. I did this wrong. Glimmer Post, gain some life. Pass the turn. Draw a card. Tis Force of Will. There's Doomsday on top. So I did stack this kind of wrong. I think I'm just going to pass yet again here. Okay. 6 cards in hand. We're going to have to get them to bite here. Yeah, Flusterstorm's really not good, is it? Fluster's not what we want in the deck. I've mis-sideboarded here. So we'll make some adjustments there. That's fascinating. They have like infinite mana. What should I do? I could put the Doomsday onto the stack. Oh, wow. Okay. Dark Ritual. Doomsday. What is this? What the fuck is this? Discard, counter target spell or ability unless its controller pays 3. Nice. What is existence? Mirror shell crab. Oh my god. All right. Never seen that card before in my life. Get wrecked me, I guess. Now I think we most assuredly lose. The flute is coming back down. I'm going to fawn pitch fluster on it. Now they're playing the one ring. I guess we'll force that too. Now they're playing stock up. Wow. What is this deck? I recorded a league earlier. Last 2 rounds of the league, I played against this deck. First round of this league, I'm playing against this deck. What is existence? It's just in the air today, or it's actually busted. They can just start Eye of Uganing stuff as well. Hokey moly. It's a Doomsday. That was a fantastic draw. Opponent's passing the turn here. Let's see if they've got another mirror shell crab. I guess they do. Ottawara bounce to fairy. Oh my god. Okay. Opponent has a number on us. I'm just going to draw a card here. Jace, that's pretty sweet. Okay. They've only got 2 cards left in their hand, but they're going to start activating this Ivugan just to get more null drifters. I've never felt more bullied in my life. Like, fuck me. Not what you would expect to face. What a sweet deck. It seems pretty strong. Yep. Top 20 cards of their library. Just gonna kill the Jace. I guess we'll slam it. So we're gonna need this Jace to resolve. We're gonna need to draw Doomsday here. Brainstorm. Not bad. Okay, I kind of want some Tamiyos in my deck now, I think. Let's see if we exile our Doomsdays here. There's 1 Doomsday left in our deck. Both of our Thassa's Oracles are gone, though, and they're attacking this Jace. So I think we're straight up cooked here. Well, let's cast Brainstorm. Holy shit. I should have brainstormed. I don't think anything works here. Because both of our oracles are gone, right? Oracle, yeah. All right. Jesus Christ. This day's definitely not good. Flusterstorms. Honestly, also not that freaking good. I think I'll bring the Force of Negation in, though. And then Tamiyo or Barrow-Goyf. I'm not pressuring our life totals. I'm going to bring Tamiyo back in. It's unclear to me if these prismatic endings are even that good. Like, obviously, they're good against Disruptor Flute, but I'm going to bring 3 Tamiyos back in for being on the play. I think I'll keep this. We'll Thoughtseize them on 1. Lorien revealed stock up. I guess we'll take stock up. We'll cast Lotus Petal. Pass the turn. Plan our Nexus, go. Draw Force of Will. Let's ponder into a Dark Ritual, shall we? Go like this. Pass the turn. They are not using the Lorien revealed. I think I'll draw the Tamiyo here. Okay. Let's play Doomsday. What is this? They're casting Kozilek's command. I think I'm fine with that. 2 to the top, huh? I don't like that. Force of negation, pitch, Lorien revealed. Force of will, pitch, Tamiyo. What if we did Thoughtseize, Oracle, LED, Thoughtseize, Oracle, LED, Street Wraith. We draw for turn Thoughtseize. We cast Thoughtseize. And then we cast Brainstorm. Put back Vision Charm. With Oracle on top. And then we cycle Street Wraith into Oracle. This is what I'm going to do. Oracle, Oracle, LED, Street Wraith, Thoughtseize. Pass the turn. Playing Urza's Tower. Passing the turn. Hit you with a Thoughtseize. Kozilek's command. Okay. Scries X, then draws a card. Thoughtseize you. Consign to memory will be the card that we take. And then we'll cast Brainstorm. We'll put back Vision Charm with Thassa's Oracle on top. We'll play Lion's Eye Diamond. We're going to get Ottawara'd here. So let's cycle, triple blue, play Oracle. We might still lose because of this Ottawara. I forgot about the Ottawara. This thing can make mana of any color. I forgot that that was a thing that it can do. Okay. So Ottawara is going to bounce this back to my hand. And then I will pass with a mana loss warning. Consign is gone. Ottawara is gone. Planar Nexus is gone. They've got like a Lorien revealed and an unknown card in their hand. And they've got to beat Oracle, Vision Charm, Oracle. This is way too bloody stressful. I thought I made a pretty good pile, but I honestly forgot about Ottawara. I forgot that they could play the Ottawara. I guess that's on me. What a game of Magic. This deck that we're playing against is quite something. It's very good against us. It's got a lot of things we hate to see. The fact that I've seen this deck 3 times in a row today, I'm 1-1 against them so far. Okay, a land is in. It looks like we're casting Lorien revealed. Oh my god. The likelihood of us winning this game is actually so low. Because if Flute comes down here, we're pretty cooked. You hate to see it. Assume they'll have Force here. Oh no, we got it. Okay. Wow, that was quite something. I mean, yeah. We'll keep. This hand seems great. I think I'm just going to pass with Fluster Up, too. I'm not even going to ponder. Pass with Fluster Up, not even ponder. All right. Blue to Delta, go, my friend. Chalice. Like, Chalice on 1 punishes this draw. Oh, no. I hate Painter. Such an annoying deck. Undercity Sewers. Well, there is fucking Doomsday. Let's just put that on top of our library. And now, I think what I want to do is I'm going to put a Force of Will into my hand, I believe. Okay. Flooded Strand fetch. And I think I'm going to get Tundra, Dark Ritual, Doomsday. And then is it Ponder into Force? Probably. Oracle, Force, Unearth, Street Wraith or something. I think this is right. We're going to go Thassa's Oracle, Unearth, Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Force of Will. Cast Ponder, Thassa's Oracle, Street Wraith, Force of Will, use Ponder's ability, no. Force of Will comes into hand. Pass the turn, we'll have Flusterstorm for Red Elemental Blast. And then Force of Will. Let's see what our opponent can come up with here. Lion's Eye Diamond is a good start. Suddenly they have mana. There's Grindstone. I'll Force of Will, pitch to Fairy. Red Elemental Blast. Okay. Jesus Christ. Their LED can beat my Fluster on a Red Blast. Pitch Spirit Guide Red Blast, that is. Opponent seems to be deep into the tank here. Goblin Welder attack for 1. Okay. If they hit me here, I draw Unearth, Oracle. I think I've got this. If they hit me here, they mill Oracle, Unearth, I draw Thassa. If they let this go, and they have Simian Spirit Guide, Red Elemental Blast in their hand, then their hand's like cracked, right? Then it just lined up really good against me. Underground Sea, Thassa's Oracle. All right. Wow. I liked my pile, but I wasn't actually expecting to get them to have all that. That was quite something. Okay, so I like prismatic endings here, obviously. I like Vision Charm here for Disruptor Flute. I'm not sure how good Jace actually is. And if we want Swords to Plowshares or Barrow Goyfs as just additional beaters, like that's all up in the air. And even if we want Force of Negations, etc., etc., I don't think we want Daze in this matchup. Quantum Riddler to Fairy, a lot of these cards strike me as pretty bad, but we got to hope that they can kind of be pesky. They do have the Blasts. I think we definitely don't want Daze. I don't know that we can board Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, in against our opponent who plays all these Pyroblasts. I think cutting 1 Fluster's not insane. And maybe one of the Tamiyos. Just bring in a couple of removal spells, like 3 answers to artifacts. Do we want Barrows? The Borrow Goyf, Lion's Eye Diamond, Lotus Petal for acceleration. I'll run it like this. I'll keep this hand. Mountain, go. It's another Doomsday. I think I'm going to start with a Thoughtseize here. See how they want to react to my Thoughtseize. I'm going to take Pyroblast here. Ancient Tomb. Pithing Needle. Let's see what they want to name with it. We've only got one of each Cycler in our deck, which is pretty sweet. Street Wraith. Okay. Could have been worse. They're going to Pyroblast up. So let's go Island. Let's cast Ponder. See if they want to blast my Ponder. I'm going to go any order shuffle on that one. Prismatic Ending. Let's cast Tamiyo now. Let's cast Lotus Petal. Okay, they let that go. That's surprising to me. We'll pass the turn. City of Traders, 1 unknown card. Let's go to our turn. Let's attack. Let me attack with Tamiyo. That seems kind of wild to me. Do I think... I think I'm just going to crack this clue. Street Wraith, hilarious. I'll pass. Maybe I was supposed to jam Doomsday or Teferi there. Trying the Street Wraith was really unfortunate. Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay. Swamp drawn for turn. Let's see if they want to let me attack with my Tamiyo again. I kind of just want to... I mean, I could put Doomsday on the stack here. Then I have the ability to draw into the pile. Maybe this was dangerous. Maybe this was very dangerous. I don't know that I like that I put Doomsday on the stack there. So they've got Pyroblast and Surgical Extraction. I probably should have put Teferi onto the stack first. I might actually want something like Ponder, Tundra, something like this perhaps. I'll just pass. Urza Saga. Okay. Okay. Draw Ponder for turn. So I could cast Teferi here. Red Elemental Blast, showing me that they still have the Pyroblast. Okay. Ponder, I guess? I'm going to pass just with my Tamiyo up. I don't believe that's the axis we want to fight on. When are they going to go for the surgicals? The question. We've already got the Oracle in our hand now, which is good. But they can get us Surgical Extraction on my Ponder. Okay. Their last card's going to be Pyroblast. And I should have drawn Unearth. That's what I should have done. I definitely should have drawn Unearth. I guess maybe I will draw Unearth. Who's to know what I will draw? They know the contents in my hand. Passing. Hit me with the Unearth. They hit me with an Oracle instead. I think I'm dead. I believe I'm dead. They're just going to grindstone me. Yeah, they just grindstone me. All right. Okay. Jesus. I always screw up against the painter. Well, this is pretty good. Let's keep Flooded Strands. Underground Sea. This hand's pretty awesome. I really hope we can get there, though. Doomsday. We got Force of Will. We got Vision Charm. Want Oracle, Oracle, Island, Cavern, Street Wraith. Does that work? It's probably. We'll go Island on the bottom. This. Like this. Like this. Like this. And we're going to hope that Force of Will is good enough here. They're going to somehow need to get double Pyroblast here. There's the Lion's Eye Diamond. Passing. Okay. Cycle Street Wraith. Cast Polluted Delta. Blasted I Force It. All right, our opponent's wishing us GG's. I mean, the Esper Doomsday deck is definitely better than the Turbo Doomsday deck if you have Dark Ritual Doomsday in your opening hand a bunch. So yeah, we are currently 2-0 with the Esper Doomsday. And I think I'm going to pause tonight and we're going to pick up tomorrow morning and finish this league. All right, everybody, it's the next morning. We're back for some more Esper Doomsday action. Last night we were drinking some Guinness. This morning I have a nice McDonald's coffee. It's like 8:30 in the morning, guys. It's 8:30 in the morning on a Saturday. I've got some Eternal Weekend paper testing going on later this evening, and I just decided that today is all about Magic the Gathering, and I couldn't be more thrilled. All right. Well, this hand does not seem like the kind of hand we want, and so I think I'm going to send it back. This hand seems all right. We're on the draw. We've got Force Pitch Tamiyo. We've got Dark Ritual Doomsday. We've got 2 lands. We don't have the Doomsday, but we have the Dark Ritual for the Doomsday, and then another Tamiyo for turn 1. All right. Looks like we're going to be Tamiyo gaming here. I'll let their Tamiyo resolve. Lotus Petal's not the best draw. Now I need to decide whether or not I misfetched. Oh no, I've already made a grave error. I was supposed to play Flooded Strand and get basic Island here. But at this point, we're just going to get Underground Sea, play into our opponent's Wasteland. I'm not going to show them Lotus Petal. I'm hoping I don't need to Force of Will. We're not going to get Entomb Reanimated here. Okay, we're definitely not getting Entomb Reanimated at all. Looks like our opponent's on Jeskai Wizards. We'll just let this happen. We've got a backup Tamiyo. But our opponent is definitely a better Tamiyo gamer than us if this is indeed Jeskai Wizards. Our Teferi's going to have to put in some serious work here. Cavern of Souls. I'll play out another Tamiyo. Pass the turn. They're attacking. I don't think there's any ninjutsu creatures, but I also don't think it makes a difference to block or not. There's the Brainstorm to flip their Tamiyo. That's not good. Prismatic Ending's a great Magic card right now in these Tamiyo wars as well. But yeah, they were on the play here. They've got 2 clues. This format really is just all about this card. This is by far the best card in the format, I think. Another Tamiyo. Jesus Christ. Just get Undercity Sewers. Consider. I really don't want my opponent to know that we're up to no good. I think I'll keep it. It is a blue card for the Force. I hope they let us get to our clue token, which might help for drawing into Doomsday on a later turn. Like drawing into our Doomsday pile, that is. God, I kind of don't want to play any of these cards. Like, I just don't want my opponent to know that I'm playing Doomsday. I really value that right now. So I just won't make my land drop, I guess. They're just ticking up their Tamiyo. I will go for the end step crack clue here to draw a card. Let's hope they don't have like a Hull Breacher or something. Flame of Anor and draw 2. I guess I'll Force Pitch Consider here. But now they know we're up to no good. Drawing Brainstorm's not bad. There's the Doomsday as well. Okay, we might be able to do this. We could actually kill right here too, which is funny. They're blocking. We'll go Dark Ritual. We'll go Doomsday. They would have countered this, I feel like. So we'll go Thassa's Oracle. They might have a Plow in their hand. We pitch the Consider. Shit, we pitched Consider to Force of Will. That actually really might matter here. And then if they have... So we'll cast Brainstorm. Something like this work, perhaps. Oracle on the bottom. Transform the Tamiyo. Plus the Tamiyo. Sacrifice Edge. Sacrifice Wraith. Play Cavern. Name Wizard. Play Lotus Petal. Play Thassa's Oracle. Do you have Plow? I assume they have Plow. I guess they don't have Plow because they probably would have plowed my Tamiyo. Okay. Sorry, I kind of malfunctioned a little bit there, but I wanted to try to beat the Tamiyo or the potential Plow. That was incredible, though. We just made our opponent think we were playing blue-black the entire time, and then we just drew Doomsday, and they were friggin' dead. Okay, so against Wizards, we want Duress, Flusterstorm. Honestly, Prismatic Endings don't seem that bad. Jace just folds to Pyroblast. We have Vision Charm, but I don't know that we want Vision Charm. We could bring in Barrogoyfs against the creature deck, but they've already seen the Tamiyos, so have to keep that in mind too. I just want Flusterstorm and Duress. The other thing that I forgot when I built this deck while I was a little buzzed last night was Graveyard Hate. I got so used to just playing no Graveyard Hate in Turbo, which I think is correct. I just kind of forgot about this. So let's just cut 2 Lotus Petals because that seems fine. We'll have 3 discard spells. We'll have 3 Flusterstorms now. We've got Ponders, Brainstorms. We've got the Oracles. Do we want any of these other cards? And I think the answer might just be no. Like, I could bring in a Barrogoyf, but I don't see the Goyfs taking us all the way. I don't know that we want Jace. It just dies to Pyroblast. They might have Deafening Silences, which means we could want like a Prismatic Ending. That also kills their Tamiyos. But I think I'm just going to run it like this. And yeah, it looks like we're just going to be Tamiyo gamers yet again here. This deck is so sick, actually. All right, is opponent going to jam a Deafening Silence? Looks like they're going to play a Tamiyo here. Just a Ponder. We love to see that. That was a nice draw. Let's just play out our Inquisitive Student. We'll just pass the turn. Vista. Yep, Blast is fine. Pass the turn. All right. Tamiyo. Minor misstep on the Tamiyo. I'm going to force Pitch Force here and then try to flip the Tamiyo with Brainstorm. They're going to force back. Okay. Well, shredded our resources. What did they pitch to their force? Snapcaster. If I can peel a land here, jamming to Fairy seems really good. Thundertrap Trainer. Don't want to bounce that old skipper. This card's excellent. Putting force into hand. Okay. Maybe my force was like a little aggressive then. We'll grab the Sewers. Days. You know what? I don't mind drawing Days. I'll play Brainstorm here. Let's put back Oracle, Edge, Jam Strand, pass. They'll attack. Play Brainstorm, Flooded Strands. I'm just going to get the Scrub land here. Draw for turn. Another Flooded Strands. I might cycle Street Wraith. Play Flooded Strands. I'll cast Unearth on Tamiyo. They didn't want to force that. That means they probably got an answer. I could jam my Teferi here, try to flip the Tamiyo. I mean, they're going to force the Teferi for sure. But that'll put them back 2 cards. This might be throwing away Teferi. If they don't have a blue card in hand, though. Certainly they do. Okay, so Force Pitch Dress down. Okay. We'll just pass then. I don't know if I like the way that I played this. Ponder. It's very unlikely for this thing to survive. Another trainer. We'll Daze Return Sewers. That was a nice Daze. Draw a Petal. That's not a good draw. Let's play out our Sewers. Ponder on top. All right. Attack with Tamiyo. Make a clue. Crack our clue. Cast Ponder. For sure, any order shuffle. Oh, great. Another Tamiyo. Let's just play it, I think. You're up. Flame of Anor, 5 damage to Tamiyo. Draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. Attacking. Okay. Draw for turn. So I can tick up, or I could just return Ponder. It's kind of a bit risky to return Ponder. It's like if our Tamiyo dies, but then if they drew like Prismatic Ending, like they just drew 2 cards. I think I'm just going to take my... I could take Unearth here too. And just unearth a Tamiyo. I kind of don't mind that, actually. Let's just unearth Tamiyo. I'm going to force a negation, pitch Tamiyo. Okay, so now they've cleared everything and we're in a bad spot. Maybe that wasn't the best play. Oh, man. Okay, it looks like our opponent's turning the corner. We need a Doomsday pronto here. Ponder was a fabulous draw. I think we'll any order shuffle those. It's not quite what we're looking for. This is the one issue with this deck, is that it becomes very challenging to find your Doomsdays sometimes. But yeah, we need Doomsday like yesterday, maybe tomorrow. We certainly need it soon. The more advantage my opponent gets here, the harder it's going to be for us. Doomsday. Oh, let's cast Ponder again. These are just not the cards we're looking for. Brainstorm. Oh. I was supposed to take... We're going to make it to Fairy Pile here. We're going to need maybe a couple of Thassa's Oracles. I really wish... So I was supposed to get the Swamp. If I had Swamp, we're in like a great spot, but I made a very subtle misplay here. So we could go like this. Going to 6. Using the edge. I'm going to try this. This might not be kosher. Let's pass the turn. The plan here is to play Teferi, draw into Brainstorm, and then kill them with Brainstorm. But our opponent is... They've got 2 cards in hand. They didn't have the Force of Will for our Doomsday. They're going to see another card here. Who knows what else they could have. Looks like they're passing. White, blue, blue for Teferi. Cracking Clue. Teferi's in. And I think they're dead. We'll just bounce nothing. Cast Brainstorm. Put back Doomsday with Thassa's Oracle on top. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Hold Control. Cycle Edge of Autumn. Triple blue. Into Thassa's Oracle. This is so fucking sick. The old turn 9 Doomsday. All right, we're 3-0. We're going for another one, folks. I'm loving this deck right now. Teferi's a busted Magic card. Teferi is a strong, strong, strong Magic card. Tamiyo also sick. That was a really fun match against Wizards. Really showcased like the grindy aspects of our deck. I mean, yeah, I'll keep hands like this every single day of the week. Is a turn 2 flipped Tamiyo, and they'll answer the first one. I mean, obviously we could just be dead to Oops All Spells. We could just be dead to like Moon Stompy. I'm playing Reanimator. Yawn. Yawn. The Delta. This will be the test. This will be the Reanimator test, I think. We'll probably get clowned because I forgot to put fucking Graveyard Hate in my deck. What an idiot. Scott. I think it's correct not to play Graveyard Hate in Blue-Black Tempo. Turbo, I mean. But in Tempo, that's not always the case. Okay, so it's looking like our opponent is probably playing Reanimator. We have our Tamiyo. We're going to flip that boy, too. This little skipper, you got to flipper this skipper. All right. We're sending. Tamiyo's coming in. Hopping on the clue train here. Choo-choo. Cuckoo-ca-choo. Let's play Brainstorm. Love me a fluster here. So let's put Tamiyo. The Dark Ritual's so good in a way. I think I'll actually put Tamiyo Consider on top. We'll flipper our skipper. What did they do on their Ponder? Declined to use Ponder's ability. Okay, so they liked what they saw. Let's see if they can contend with El Fluster. El Storm de la Fluster. Thoughtseize. Do we even care about that? Well, we could Dark Ritual out a Quantum Riddler next turn as well. What if I do fluster this? I'm going to fluster this and potentially Dark Ritual out a Quantum Riddler. They can also, yeah, they can Thoughtseize my Quantum Riddler and then reanimate it here. I don't know if this is bait for something else, but yeah, we'll put a Fluster Storm onto their Thoughtseize. Maybe they're playing Doomsday. Nethergoyf. Okay, so they're playing Tempo. Good to know. We now have our own Thoughtseize. How does that make us feel? I think I'll Thoughtseize my opponent first. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god, that is a lot of good Magic cards. That is a lot of good Magic cards, guys. Jesus. The Kaito is kind of the scariest thing here. I think I'll take the Kaito. I actually don't know if that's right. The Kaito kind of terrifies me, though. I think I'll plus, and then I'll just play out another Tamiyo and pass the turn. Now they have a 3/4 Nethergoyf, but it's going to get shrunk. And we'll go to blocks. They'll probably Bowmaster to kill my Tamiyo, I assume. Yep. Yeah, our opponent's hand is just so gas. It's so gas. Consider... The problem is the Bowmasters just destroy this Quantum Riddler, right? I think we're dead here. I gotta take a card. I think we're just dead. Like, how do I ever beat this Bowmasters? I think I'll take back the Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize them. I think I'll take the Force this time. Our only hope is that we find like a Doomsday. Tamiyo is doing an excellent job of padding our life total as well. All of them at Tamiyo. And they have the Brazen Borrower. I'm going to draw into the Bowmaster because this game's not getting any better. We have to find Doomsday pronto. I hope this triggers them to go into the Bowmaster here. It doesn't. So I guess they're privy to Brazen Borrower. Doomsday. Never lucky. I guess I'll cast Consider. Bottom that. This will let me chump. They go for Bowman EOT here. I'll daze it. They don't even care. Our opponent just had so much gas that there was like nothing we could do to contend with that. Wow. Yep. Block the biggest one. Ponder. I don't think Ponder's enough. Wasteland was really good for them. Wow. Opponent's deck is gassy. All right. How the heck do we want to fight against this blue-black tempo deck? Do we want like all of those cards? I did not map this sideboard before I made this deck. Riddler doesn't seem that necessary. Thassa's Oracle we can probably trim down on. I don't know that I want to cut my Doomsdays, though. Is it nuts to cut Force of Wills? It might not be. That's only 6, then we still need 5 more cards. Trim on the Doomsday package. They're like a better Doomsday deck than us, though, is the thing. Man, we need 1 more card here. And I'm cutting a Ponder. This mustn't be right. All right. I don't know if this is right or not, but it's what we're going to do. I guess I'll go for Island, Ponder. We'll shuffle them up, and we'll pass. Nethergoyf. We'll draw. I want to get all my cantrips in while I can here. This ain't good. We'll bin that. Oh, their hand last game was so good. Ponder. Wasteland's not what we wanted to see here. I think we're out of contention here. Well, I'll play this out. I'll name Wizard. I'll cast a Tamiyo. And then I'll pass. I think I'll just take the 2 here. Oh, Volk. So they're playing Grixis tempo. Tamiyo of their own, we can't say anything about. Another Nethergoyf. Yeah, this is too much. Block with their Tamiyo. Eat a clue. Berry. Okay, Berry's good. We just need black mana. Okay, we need black mana here. Black mana has to be. All right. All right, so we need black source. Did not find the black source. All right. GG's to our opponent. Okay, I don't know, maybe I was supposed to mull that hand. Um Maybe I was supposed to mull that hand. We got just buried. One more round here with the Esper. We got absolutely slaughtered by Darksire. Wow. I could have like not fetched the basic there. I was hoping we could have played the whole game off basics, but we just didn't have the lands that we needed, and I don't know, the sideboard did not line up too well there. Oh my god. All right. Good luck, have fun to our opponent. Oh, let's hope we don't get prisoned out here. This hand is fantastic otherwise. Oh no. Okay. Ox Opal. Lotus Petal. Is this blue-black painter? If we don't have to fluster here, I think I just full send. We'll make a double Oracle pile, I guess. Does something like this work? Oh, I think in this case we would cut the cavern for Street Wraith. So we'll play Lion's Eye Diamond, we'll ponder, crack our hand for triple blue. We'll consider bin Oracle, draw Wraith, Wraith into Oracle, then have Unearth as our last card for next turn. So we'll go Unearth. What did I say? Unearth, Oracle, Oracle, consider, Street Wraith, Lion's Eye Diamond. Do they actually have Force of Will? Hold control. Ponder. Crack this for triple blue. All right. So I think our opponent might be playing blue-black painter, but I can't be sure. So Vision Charms and Prismatic Endings don't strike me as bad ideas. It's possible we might want Jace too if they're on blue painter. And then it's unclear about the flusters and the other cards. I think we can cut Days on the draw. This matchup kind of feels less Tamiyo oriented to me, but I could be wrong. I might still keep two of my Tamiyos in though. Then it's not really a Riddler match. Riddler's a little risque. No, we'll try it like this. No, we got a turn 2 Doomsday. We've got a Vision Charm. I'm assuming my opponent's going to have a boatload of interaction, though, so we're going to have to maybe be a bit patient with this Doomsday. But we shall see what they're up to here. Urza Saga's a good one. Urza Saga into Grindstone go. Well, Force of Will's a fantastic draw. Let's take Polluted Delta. God damn, though, Grindstone just adds some very stressful cards to the mix here for Undercity Sewers. I guess I'll take another Force. I think we're just going to play Flooded Strand, though, and pass. This is so bad. The fact that the Grindstone just, like, destroys us is really not good. Okay, so they're tapping out a grindstone now. At least they didn't have boots, I guess. Into Thoughtcast. And they can't use their stone now. I think I just got to take a draw here. I literally think that we are just dead. These blue artifact decks are just everywhere these days. They're really hard to beat. So we'll phase out one of the artifacts. Take 6. So we'll force the Painter's Servant. Considers interesting. One, 2, 3. All right. They had the force anyways. Jesus Christ. All right, I'll run it back. God, there was one blue card instead of this swamp in my hand. This hand would be awesome. Did not turn out that way. I guess I have to take Metallic Rebuke here. Pass the turn. Here's hoping we draw blue card. Opal. Bauble. Didn't use the bauble. Blue card, please. That's a good one. Play this. Play that. I think we'll go for Unearth. Thoughts. Consider. Draw Unearth. That will beat a possible Disruptor Flute they might have. We do have this Force of Will, which is great. And then we could go maybe to Fairy for the second Thassa. Go like this. So we go... Oh, I can't cast the... I can't cast the second Thassa here. Hilarious. That's my bad. Well, this is going to have to work then. Let's make sure I got this right. Oh, please don't get Otawara, opponent. Decided not to draw off their bauble either. Seed of the Synod. Into Thoughtcast. I think I'll just let it go. Maybe that's risky as hell. And they're scooping. Alrighty. We got the 4-1 with the Esper Doomsday. Love to see it. We really stood no chance against blue-black tempo in that particular match. Esper slow Doomsday. If I recall last night, I didn't really talk about the deck, so let's talk about it right now a little bit, shall we? I think we actually had some really good games showcasing the depth and like the kind of possibilities that this archetype has over other matchups. And I think one of the other reasons you play this is that you're supposed to have a better matchup against blue-black tempo, but I do not have that obviously hammered down yet. We kind of clunked out and got completely destroyed by our opponents, like very threat-heavy, wasteland-dense draws. So that's on us. But let's look here. So we've got 17 lands in the deck. I think if you're playing like these Teferis, these Tamiyos, you want to make your land drops more consistently. And so that is why we have the 17 lands. I've opted for 8 fetch lands, and then like a pretty heavy suite of duels. So we've got 3 Underground Seas, Undercity Sewers, a Scrubland, a Tundra, Island, and Swamp. I think when you're playing Teferis, you need your like one-off Birds of Paradises in the form of Lotus Petals. So I like having 4 Lotus Petals when I've got Teferis in my deck. The Lotus Petals also help with the Blusterstorms, and they help with, you can get like your turn 1 Tamiyo Petal Brainstorm line. Really hard for some decks to beat. We used Unearth a lot. I think most notably in that the very first pile we made with the deck where we our opponent just had the main deck Disruptor Flute. We just let it resolve and they had the force to protect it. And then they let the consider resolve. And we like already had Unearth in hand, being the Oracle, draw into island, play the island, cast Unearth. They force the Unearth, and then we use the island to fluster the force. That was a sweet line. This card is really sweet, and it lets you cheat, I think, on some of your cyclers. Right? Like we're only playing 2 cyclers in this deck. And so that lets us, get to our oracles off 2 mana limited resources using Consider Unearth, which I really like. In terms of interaction in the deck, I decided to play 4 Force of Will, 1 Daze, 2 Fluster Storms, and 2 Thought Seizes. And then I guess you can treat the Teferis as your other disruption pieces. So this is like a little bit less disruption than a typical Doomsday deck plays, which now that I'm thinking about it is kind of interesting. But we are getting to use these Tamiyos to grind into the late game to prove distractions for our opponent. Like we saw that play out against Wizards, right? Where they just thought we were Tamiyo gaming, and the whole time we were just waiting for our Doomsday. We got the Doomsday online at the last possible minute and punished our opponent. I've got double Oracle in this deck because I do still like making double Oracle piles, especially when Unearth Consider is in the mix, I think. Teferi, the power of this card was showcased. This card is absolutely busted. It's so good at beating Consign to Memory, Disruptor Flute, Endurance, basically everything that you worry about. Teferi answers. But it comes at the cost of being 3 mana. So we've got our petals to compensate for that. In the sideboard, we had, I kind of just haphazardly threw this together, and we saw that there was like way too many cards we wanted against blue-black tempo. I think I still wanted to keep some of the Doomsday package in against them. Like I'm not sure I want to board completely out of Doomsday. So we had like Blusterstorm and Duress for extra things against blue. 2 Force of Negations to go up to 6 forces. The prismatic endings we never really got to use. But like obviously I think I like this suite as answering problematic permanence. Prismatic ending seems really good. It answers a flipped Tamiyo, which can be annoying. It answers Disruptor Flute, Bowmasters. It kills everything. It's not the most mana efficient, but I do think it's good. Extra Swords to Plowshares, always welcome to help us kind of play this more controlling game, protect our planeswalkers. And then I have 4 Baragwais. That might be overkill in this deck. Maybe 3 is fine. We saw that we were struggling to bring all these cards in against blue anyway, so when you're not cutting the whole Doomsday package, this becomes a little more precarious. Still have the Jace Wielder of Mysteries for, I don't know, Dreadnought, Kozilek's Command, Blue Painter, decks like that. We can bring Jace into the mix. I do want, so if I could add more cards to this sideboard, I want to squeeze in a Consign to Memory, and I want to squeeze in some number of Graveyard Hate. Maybe like a Nihil Spellbomb, maybe 2 Nihil Spellbombs, and just say that that's going to have to be enough. I do like Fighting Reanimator with the Flusters, but we're not presenting as quick of wins in this deck as we are in the turbo decks that I'm used to. And so we do need, I think, something to cushion against some of our opponent's starts. I actually would have rather been playing against Reanimator than Blue-Black Tempo in that matchup, right? Because we had, in that one game, we had our Flusterstorm, I think, and we were like kind of prepared to fight the spell-based Axis, and then we like hit them with our Thoughtseize, and they just had 3 fucking creatures, and we just got absolutely like just destroyed. Dark Scythe or whatever, Dark Scythe crushed us. I might have kept some bad hands there, so I would have liked to play that match again. But yeah, this was a pretty sweet first outing with the deck, and like people just don't know how to play around what you've got in your list with this deck, which I think is pretty beneficial. It's really nice, having the kind of fog of war being around you, which is really, really nice. Your opponent doesn't quite know what's happening. You're kind of shrouded in this mist. There are these Tamiyo moon folks, little skippers flipping around, and then all of a sudden, Dark Rituals and Doomsdays, the Unearth on Tamiyo, is pretty awesome too. So yeah, this is a sweet running with the deck. This is a lot of fun to play. I will say that. I think that yeah, Tamiyo is the best card in Legacy right now. I mean, you've seen every match of this league almost revolved around Tamiyo in some capacity. I can't remember what all the matches were, so that might not be true. But I remember there being a number of times where Tamiyo was putting in work either for me or for my opponent. The card is just insane. So yeah, this is Esper Doomsday Tempo, Doomsday Control, whatever you want to call it. I've been calling it Esper Slow Doomsday. I'm wishing you all the very best, and I will see you all again very soon. I'm starting to get a bit of a backlog of Doomsday content here, so it's possible I'll even be throwing out a couple little little bonus leagues here and there, but I'm also extraordinarily busy at work, so who knows how that's going to shake out. In any case, though, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Cheers.